Hello, my friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is a channeled message for you, a message meant to find you. So let's just see what this will reveal. So you've got pile 1, which is this eye with this hexagon and the 2 arrows. You've got pile 2, which is this star, 6-pointed star with all the astrological symbols around it. And you've got pile 3, which is this figure, which is almost like it's opening up a curtain. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose this eye's hexagon. And you've also got this like kind of barbed wire. So it's almost like there's an approach of caution here, and you've got 2 cards here. You've also got the other one, which is the eye as well. This was underneath. I've got 2 cards for you. I don't know what they are, so let's see. Abundance and psychic protection. Now, both of these were reversed originally when I pulled them, and then I turned them over so that you could see this figure or this image on the back to select it. So what I'm getting here is that there's some kind of idea of a lack of abundance, and that idea is disempowering you. It's actually letting kind of particular thought forms come in. So what the medicine of these cards is to say, think of yourself as abundant and your psychic protection will be upped. There's also the number 6, which relates to the lovers. 6 is also a number of stability, kind of the midway point, just after the midway point in evolution through the numbers. So there's an idea of you being able to create some kind of stability by changing your mindset, by changing the way you think about things. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. And around me now a shield of gold, protecting me now, strong and bold. So you've got like gold and abundance. So maybe gold is a really important thing for you to invest in. Maybe wearing gold if you've got any gold. If you've got any gold colored clothing or anything like that, that might be nice to wear. You could always wear like gold plated things as well. That's also handy. So yes, that's kind of the first message I'm getting for you, pile 1. So let's have a little look at your astrology. Now, because this is, I've decided it's quite a short reading, so I thought to myself, I will shuffle the cards on screen this time like I normally, or like I used to, basically. Pile 1, a message for pile 1. Okay, we'll just take them because I've got your number 1, so we can do what we like. So you've got the 3rd house, which is messages, and that's reversed. You've got Cancer, I feel, which is the 5th house and also the 5th sign. And then we've got North Node, life's purpose. Let's just see how that looks on camera. Yeah, we all got you in shot. So there's something about you not being able to hear something, because particularly with these 2 that were reversed before, and there may be a tendency to just go with whatever the strongest emotion is. I do feel like when you kind of go into that space where it is like that intensity of emotion, there's a tendency to get clouded. But Cancer is upright here, so it's telling me that it's your gateway to being able to receive the messages and also understand your life's purpose as well. This is about you being able to heal some of this karmic patterning, for sure. And there's something about the message, what message is being filtered through. And how do you filter in the right message? How do you gain more clarity about the right message? Okay, I'm going to pull another 2 cards for you. Sorry, let me just line this all up and then I'll be back. Okay, so let's have a look at Some animal energy. Okay, so this again is reversed. It's just slightly. Now, I do remember when I read this before, and I did have somebody get quite offended by the way that I read it. And I'm just going to tell you what it says in the book, okay? Because that's what I'm going with. So if you do get offended by this, then this is not your reading. And also, I'm going to be quite honest here. If it does offend you, then that usually is something that's about your own inner work. I might get hit for that, but, you know, I think it's important to recognize. And it's very difficult usually to look at our own shadows. So I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there. And that's the way I read as well. So here you've got this chakra system that is the opposite way. The meaning of this card is when it's reversed, it means that there's a lack of spine going on. Now that makes sense with abundance and psychic protection being reversed. When psychic protection, I've been taught, what I've been taught is that if you don't meditate and keep up your daily practices, or you don't even have one in place, then usually psychic protection is on a low kind of scale. If you just think that your guides and your ancestors are going to do their thing and then that's it, you may be very lucky and you may have some strong things in place, but that's because of the work that was done in the previous lives. It doesn't just come, it's like a muscle, you know, you need to build it up. And right now it's quite weak with the stingray reversed. The thing is that I don't know, I feel like there's some deep intuition here. So I'm not saying that there's a lack of that. What I'm saying is that there's a need to go and work out, like need for it to become stronger. You know, people can have the whole amount of talent, but that means nothing compared to the hard work and dedication. And I've seen that so much in my life, like particularly when I've seen actors who in school, in drama school, who were amazing, but it was the actors that really had the resilience to continue going, which were the ones that actually made it or did or kept on working or whatever, or had that resilience. So I think that's really important to recognize, really important. Okay, so now we've got that out of the way, let's see what the tarot has to say. So the main message here I'm getting is for you, pile one, is that there is something about you giving in too much to people. There's something, I don't know, I do get a sense of people pleasing here, I'm not going to lie. Like it does feel like that. So it's something about, there's a growth of a spine, a growth of you understanding your own values. With this from the red to the purple, it kind of, you know, obviously that's the chakra system or chakra system, but when it's not in place, it's scattered and disempowered. And also there's a fixation on the mundane things in life. For example, like the idea of that you need money, you need a car, you need a job, you need all of those things in order to make to be of some worth in this life. So, and that's not true. But, you know, and then also when we compromise ourselves like quite a lot, it can stop us from getting abundant, and also let us be open to psychic attack. That's what, I mean, it makes so much sense. And that's what I've been taught in quite a few of the different spiritual practices I've worked in. So they all say the same thing. I don't know about you, but I all find that most things, they all say the same thing, just in a different way. That's why I don't really like attributing to any one particular branch or any one particular thing. The only thing that I do is a constant, and I'll be honest, is tarot and my meditation. The meditation technique which I do, which is Vipassana. And I'm very biased about that. I definitely feel that Vipassana is the one. But obviously it's not. It's not the one. Everybody's got their own way of dealing with things, their own way of doing their own. You know, there's many ways to light a lamp, as I said to my friends. So, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you're, you know, you're true to your values and yourself. Okay, so we've got the Page of Buttons, which is the Page of Pentacles. So that's obstructionism. It says laziness, foundation, and yeah, laziness, obstructionism and laziness. We've got Death reversed. Wow, stagnation. Yeah, there's something going on here, pile one. I'm sorry to say, but there is something that's happening here, that your attention is just not going where it's supposed to go. The unknown. So, okay, what I'm getting here, it could be that you're not putting the right kind of effort into a place. It's almost like, whenever I see Death reversed, I kind of think of like flogging, the saying, flogging a dead horse. So it's almost like you're putting effort into something that is dead, that doesn't need it, and because of that, it's actually hindering your abundance, and it's lowering your psychic protection because of that. And for you to work through and to get the message of what this is actually your purpose in doing. We've got number 7 and we've got number 5. 1 plus 6 is 7, 6, and that's 5. 1 plus 4, and then we've got 2 plus 7, which is 9, and then we've got 6, 4, and 2. So we've got Empress energy, we've got Emperor energy. So so it's almost like they work together. But then you've also got the Lovers as well, if you add them too, which is really interesting. So that means that when you believe that you can be truly abundant in a way that involves you actually putting in the work into yourself, because right now it seems to me that, I don't know, with this card as well, I'm getting the idea of like digging lots of holes and hoping that you'll find treasure, but not sticking to one hole and digging it deep enough. There's a bit of a playery energy here that is not, or it could be that you're lusting after someone or something that embodies a player energy. I really do think it's more someone though, because we've got the Page here. But with that unknown, it's almost like you've got this divine faith in this thing, which I don't know if it truly deserves your faith. We've got the 6 of Cups reversed, which, yeah, okay. And I just saw 12:24 on the clock. And then we've got 10 of Matches. So we have Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy, and what else? And then we have fixed water. So we have, come on, Reena, what's fixed water? You're probably shouting it at the screen. Scorpio, yeah. So Scorpio and Sagittarius energy here. We've also got Pluto, and then mutable Earth, which is Virgo. So, I mean, with this 6 of Cups energy, there's something that's not, I don't know what your memories are being built on about this thing that you're lusting after. And with the 10 of Matches reversed, there's just this thing about not being able to, you're deciding, you're making a decision on whether or not you want to go forward with it or not. But there's a lot of stress that's going on here. And this is definitely a learning thing, because this is Saturn as well. Yeah, this is about you kind of, Scorpio, we have Scorpio here, and Virgo. So I think this is about you finding out where your boundaries are, pile 1. You're going to be encouraged to find out where your boundaries are. The Messenger. Oh, wow. Should really look at these cards, because I didn't know how many of these extra cards there were, and then this is the first time I've seen it. I should have gone through it properly. Proper Gemini, don't and I have Aquarius rising, so there's proper, I don't my commitment is a little bit all over the place. And we'll do another one, 7, which is the Ace of Matches, which is fire energy reversed. Isn't it interesting? Look, Messages and the Messenger. Here we have your spirit guides talking to you. If you do any shamanic work or anything like that, journey on this. Journey on what these cards are trying to tell you, because there is a message that is wanting to get through to you that is connected directly with your abundance and your psychic protection. These two are involved. Like I totally think this is to do with the female and the male part of you. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at some clarification with this. Page of Buttons, Strength. It could be a relationship. It could be a relationship and you're like, wow, I can't, you know, I need to try and value myself. But there's some reason why it's not happening. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, Death reversed. You want to try and like be the one who's strong. A friend of mine says that the Queen of Pentacles is like the one who keeps the home fires burning. So that's what that says to me. It's almost like you're still holding a flame for this thing or this person. And it's causing you to disempower yourself. Here, yeah. Like with other people, but it takes almost like a great deal of strength to keep that going. It's almost like the conviction in somebody else is more strong than the conviction that you have. I don't know. It's actually misplaced. I think the conviction that you're having in this Page of Pentacles reversed. I don't think it deserves it. And then you've got the Six of Cups again, but Six of Cups is upright this time. And then we've got the Unknown. There are good things awaiting you. There are very, you know, beautiful things that are awaiting you, that are allowing you to, that will allow you to kind of go forward and get rid of this. You know, and be able to be stronger within yourself. And so that you can create happy memories. I don't know if you're trying to make it or hold on for something that you believe could be true. There's some kind of belief. But it's interesting. We've got the Six of Cups with these two porpoises here. But then here we've got this kind of like memory. So it's almost like a dream, rather than the reality of what's going on. The reality is the childishness and that it's immature and that it's not... These are bad memories, what the truth is. But you've got a faith that maybe that there was some small sliver of good memory that you've kind of become attached to. The Queen of Swords is clarifying the Six of Cups reversed. Interesting. So this tells me that the ability to kind of grow from this, mature from this is going to be really beneficial for you. Two Queens as well. I definitely feel like the Divine Feminine will help you if you've got any female friends or anybody that embodies that amazing Queen of Swords energy. We've got the Ace of Wands reversed with the Ten of Wands reversed. And it's interesting going from the 10 to the 1 and they're both reversed. I don't know if this is referring to a relationship or any kind of relationship that has disempowered you. It could be that you did hang on for the physical side of things. You may have thought that, you know, there was some real kind of connection within the physical side. But actually, you know, there was other things. So it's really important for you to recognize that was, and it was a beautiful thing, but it wasn't enough. You need something more. You need something stronger. The aces are just like the inkling of the idea, the initiation. You need more stability, and going from the 10, and it's because actually what's really interesting is that this 10 of Wands, it was built on this Ace of Wands reversed. So the reason why that went like that is because it was all reversed. So the energy wasn't strong enough. It's almost like my dad used to say, building your castles on sand. Build your castle on a strong foundation, which would be the Ace of Wands upright rather than reversed. What that means is that there's a sense of not building from a sense of true stability. It may have just been like a quick flash in the pan or something really short that you felt that, you know, for example, you might have felt that you got in contact with someone and that you met someone and it went really well with them, and you thought that you guys were going to like be together forever or whatever. That's just an example. That's because it was built on something so fleeting, particularly with that Six of Cups reversed. It wasn't mature enough. So it went all the way through the wands and then ended up with the Ten of Wands reversed, where you've been like, well, I don't know whether or not I want to walk away or whether or not I'm going to keep this. But whatever this is, it could be a project that, you know, you really liked as well, that you really enjoyed being involved in. But the truthfulness of the situation is that it doesn't actually resonate. It doesn't actually, it's hurting you, to be honest with you. It's hurting you. It's disempowering you. So with the messenger, the message here seems to me that to regain your balance, and it's so interesting. I just think with that abundance and that psychic protection together, making 42 equaling 6, and then we have temperance. Temperance is, you know, about you, and you can see this image. It's just literally unplugging, reconnecting to nature, just allowing yourself to just be with yourself, and to really understand the situation more, rather than trying to make it something that it isn't. Okay, see, we've got Ace of Wands twice reversed. So there's something, I don't know, I also feel like the sexuality was skewed. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the physical aspect of this was really skewed. The start was almost, it was wrong. Not wrong, but it just wasn't something that could manifest something long lasting. Sorry, these cards, I kind of don't see it until I get there, and then I'm like, oh wow. Okay, the High Priestess reversed. It might have been that you jumped into something. You jumped into getting really excited about something, when, you know, really there were red flags all over the place. Do you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. So, with that being said, let's have a look at some other animal power for you. Oh, you've got 2. Nice lot of cards. So action leads to success. I love that. So it's about you taking action, which I think you're going to do after you watch this reading. You probably already are. And you've also got quantum jump as well, which is about going into a new reality of yourself, understanding who you are, and also looking at the part of you that is really wanting to be the best version of yourself, and how you can move forward from that. Do you know what I mean? I think that's really important. We've got these beautiful, like, 6 dragons as well. Interesting, with your 6 of Cups there twice. You've got 6 dragons, which are telling you that this is a really good opportunity for you to kind of springboard off of. Not just that, we've got, hold on, 1, 2, 3. We've got 6 hexagram. We've got the hexagram of 6 yarrow sticks here. So what that is in the I Ching is with is creativity. So this is about you creating something that expands yourself. Like, for example, I'll just tell you, when I meditate and I go into this space, apparently every time I meditate, it increases my psychic protection, because it encourages this whole kind of like shield that is around me, which is this around me now, a shield of gold protecting me now, strong and bold. It's not quite a shield of gold, but it's almost like a strong shield. It's also been mentioned in Carlos Castaneda's books as well, where Don Juan tells Carlos Castaneda about like this magical kind of shield that you have to meditate, you have to do these certain things in order to maintain this shield so that things can't come in. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here. I'm seeing this like, it's almost like you need to bring back into balance yourself. You need to call back your power, basically. That's what it is. It's calling back your power. I think that's what the main message is here for you, pile 1. And also coming into your own power with this quantum jump card, and just feeling it. Feeling into the space. You've got number 1 here, and you've also got number 9. So some interesting numbers there. So you've got 9, 4, 2, 6. You've got 9 twice, 7 and 5. Okay, and then you've got, wow, sun, and you've got another number 6. Okay, Now it was reversed, okay? So I think it's matching with these two actually, to be honest with you. This is sunflower. You've also got Leo, sun. I don't know what that is. There are some things on the side of this key, which I don't know what it is, but anyway, and I've searched the book far and wide. So anybody who's watching this and knows what they are, please let me know. So it's air and fire as well with the sunflower, but the sunflower, we've got like Helios here. So what this says to me is about you being, there's something about you allowing abundance into your life that will bring in this, which will bring in what you need, which will bring in the truth to what, but I don't know, there's some message that you're ignoring. You're not looking at it. It's very interesting. Okay, let's get some angelic magic to close out the reading. Angelic gold, well, gold. Interesting that, gold, yellow, orange. So this is about you reclaiming your power. This is about you taking back your power. Call back your power, pile 1. And that's the message that there is for you today. Let me know how that resonated. I'm just thinking anything else with gold spectrum. Sunday is very good for gold. This also is about gold with the sunflower as well. But this Queen of Pentacles is also about gold as well, about materialism, materialistic kind of sense, that you can bring your spirituality to match that with. But I think that's all the messages I have for you today. If you liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, my darlings, I really hope you enjoyed this message, and I'll speak to you really soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Gosh, pile 1 got it because I forgot to... The camera was all ski whiff and my mic wasn't plugged in, so that was definitely a test run. I hope they don't mind. It was a good message though. You chose this 6-pointed star with all of these beautiful symbols around it. So something about deeper understanding of oneself, I'm feeling. Something about merging two sides of things together. Because we have the South Node, the North Node, Mars and Venus. And then we have... I don't know what that sign is. And then we've got Uranus. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments below. I don't know what it is. Okay, right. Health. Wow. Mother Earth sweet. Mother Earth bright. Bring me your health and your might. Interesting. Number 3, which is Empress energy. Okay, let's have a look at some astrology for you. Okay, like pile 1 just now, you got 3 cards. So the first house, the body. Mars, force, reversed. 9th house, faith. Okay, I'm going to pop this here. Like so. So there is some focus, it feels like, on the self. And the thing that I'm getting here more than anything is that the biggest placebo in our lives sometimes is our mind and how we think about things. Obviously, you can't will yourself into any kind of position, and remember, these are for entertainment purposes only. I do not have any kind of experience to advise. If you would like a personal reading, you can get in touch with me, but I do not, this is not a replacement for any kind of psychological kind of stuff. If you need help, go see a professional. There's a sense of you being able to... I don't know if people can actually tell you what's going on. Sometimes when you have that external view, it helps you to recognize that there's something, or there has been an issue. When you're on your own, or when you're just with yourself, that sometimes you can't see that, and you may be pushing in a wrong direction, or a direction that may be more harmful than good. it's interesting how we have these two like figures, the body and health. So you may even be concentrating on your body right now. You may be working out a lot at the moment. As well, I would say that just to have a look at your current kind of regime, see if it's something that's safe for you, that's doing the job of actually being safe for you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, let's have a look at some animal energy for you. And we have the turtle. Wow. So the turtle, in terms of going with the flow and also taking its time and getting to a place. I mean, the thing is that with Mars being there in the reverse, it almost feels like the drive is not there. You may get discouraged. So I feel like just with that kind of consistent work, but I think you've got it under control. So what so far I'm getting is that you may need to just push a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just invoke a little bit more fire there. A bit more fire in that direction, because that's what Mars is. If this was upright, then I would say that everything is kind of it's all good. Like you know, you've got the right kind of balance of things to make sure that things are kind of ticking over. But when Mars is reversed, particularly when it's in relation to the body, that's almost like the life force. So, and I'm just going to have a quick look. So Mars is resonant with the Manipura chakra. So that is about power. It's about power. And the sense of power that you might have might not be as strong as you would like it to be. So for you, in order to do that, it might be a sense of you building up the confidence to have the strength. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes our container is not, if we don't believe that we're able to possess that amount of strength, sometimes we end up not being able to hold that. So, yeah. I just want to, I pulled one of these afterwards, but I want to pull one now. Because they're so useful. Wow. The Witch's Garden, which is number 33. Okay, so we've got 7, we've got 3, we've got 5, and you've got 33 twice. Okay, and with this being reversed, that almost says to me that, thank you, it shows up. With that being reversed, that tells me that you have got, there's something that you're not utilizing. You're not making use of everything that is actually there for you. There's a need for you to, and there's too much, almost there's concentration on the body. I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing of the mind-body connection. You probably have, but like if you really kind of get into the anatomy of your body and also start to engage your mind with your body in terms of like feeling exactly where your muscles are, really bringing a more mindful awareness to your physical practice, that's going to really help you in a way that's going to help you continue and also cultivate more force within you. More kind of driving force, more motivation, because that's with that Mars reverse, it's a lack of motivation. And you can have a lot of faith, which is really great, but you need more. You need to put it into action. So I'm just having a quick look at this turtle to see if there's any other messages that it has for us. Pile 2. Ancient soul, grounded, trusting in the home of self. I think, I did get that sense because there is this sense of peacefulness, productivity, groundedness. You have it here. But it's just these two, with these being reversed, that just says to me that there's something that's kind of lacking and it's quite major. So it's about you kind of recuperating and understanding what elements are you. Where is your mind? Where is your mind right now? It could be that whole thing of like, say if you're going to the gym and you really want an amazing body and you're just like really intent on your reps and everything like that and how you're really like working out. And then you find that I don't know, there's, you still find that you're not getting what you want from your, you know, your workouts or whatever. So then there's a deeper kind of avenue. So if you're going more into the avenue of your health rather than looking good, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. So it's almost like you just taking a fresh kind of perspective in your approach of what you're doing right now, because what you're doing is amazing and it's going to get really great results, but it's almost like you're going to get results because you want to be healthy, or you're going to get results because you want to look good. And obviously you can have both, but you know, everybody wants long health really. You know, when you get older, you don't really care about how you look. You don't really care about how things are. You know that people will love you for who you are. So anyway, let's have a look at your tarot. So we've got the Ace of Needles, that's air energy. Then we've got the Eight of Matches, the Eight of Wands, which is Mercury energy. Sagittarius and Mercury. Interesting. And then we have the Two of Buttons, which is the Two of Pentacles upright. Capricorn in Jupiter, and then we have Ten of Needles. Wow! So we've got a seagull here, an octopus here, with a really cute hat, and then we've also got the Ten of Needles here, which is the Ten of Swords. Wow! I thought that was the Ten of Wands, but then I've just seen it a bit more. Okay. So I see where this is coming from. Five of Cups reversed. Okay. Yeah. You might have gotten over a relationship. Pile 2. King of Buttons reversed. Yeah. And then the Queen of Matches upright. You know, the scenario that I'm getting piled to is, and you know, you don't have to be in a relationship for it, but you might just resonate with the story in the respect it might be people that, you know, are in your group or whatever. But what I'm getting is that somebody was in a relationship with someone that prized looks and fitness over everything. Prized the body over everything. And also material goods. So very much the whole kind of like very materialistic kind of like lifestyle. And now there's been a kind of like ending of that partnership. And then in the light of that, maybe the other person who didn't fit the ideals of the person who wanted, say for example, it was like, this is just an example, okay? So for example, it was a boyfriend that really liked cars, really good body on their women, and really, you know, just really liked all of that sort of stuff, and was kind of encouraging his girlfriend to be all of those things. By the way, energies can be reversed, so this could be a female with a male. And then the partner who was not feeling like they were enough, or was getting kind of put down by the other person, they kind of decided that they were going to be really healthy. They were going to like have the best body that they've ever had. They're really going to work hard at it. They're really going to look good at it. They're really going to just be amazing. But then it comes back to like the why. It's almost like this sense of the why is misconstrued. It's not in touch with the values. It's not coming from a truthful place. Do you know what I mean? It's not coming from a place of integrity and from self. It's coming from a place of need and want, and like wanting to impress, wanting to look good. There's this, I just get this sense of materialism here. And it's working because, like, in the respect of moving on, it's definitely healing, but it's very painful. The pain is still there. Like, it's still very much there, and kind of keeping things together just on this kind of like balance. So like I'll just kind of keep it together. But you know, this also could be like, if it's nothing to do with a relationship, it could be that you think that you're taking care of your health and you think that you're doing well with your health, but actually it's not what you could be doing. And the thing is that there is a really good kind of like trajectory towards it. There's a walk towards it. You can kind of, you know, get there, but there's stuff that you can be doing that's even easier. I always think, whenever I used to do climbing, and I hate to say that I used to do it, but when I did it, I used to climb walls and see certain problems, and then I would do it with great difficulty at the first time for some of them, and then someone would just come and do it like it was a ballet on the wall, and then you just be like, what is that? And then it just shows that there's always an easier way to do the problem. There's always an easier way, and this is definitely showing that. But what's really important is the motivation. The motivation will come so much better. It will come easier. It would flow to you in a more easy way, if you were able to make sure that it came from you rather than the pain. But I do see that the pain is a good jump start for this, of whatever it is. It may be even like family trauma, like, you know, maybe you weren't in a good shape physically, or maybe you got into a shape, you know, it doesn't have to, not necessarily family, but it could be like past trauma. And you achieve things very quickly. But there is a sense of, here, I've got short-sighted coming up here. And with these cards, I tend to look at the words, actually. So, unprepared, hostility, and short-sightedness. And then here we have balancing act. So, if you were to take this in just like a literal sense, a short-sighted, fast movement towards a sense of balance as a result of pain, and is working as a sense of moving on, away from someone that really didn't value you for who you were, or something that didn't value you for who you were, or someone that didn't, well, it doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship, it could be like a friendship or whatever, didn't value you for who you were and was looking towards, you know, didn't value your personality or something like that. They were more concerned about what they saw and the material things. I always see the King of Pentacles or the King of Buttons as the devil, a lesser version of the devil. And then courage, Queen of Matches. You're so powerful, Pile 2, that you can manifest this like so easily. You're actually really powerful. I don't know if you used to be dancers or something physical, and that might be what this person was attracted to. And you want to get back in shape. But why do you want to get back in shape? And I know it's like probably because you're like upset and sad, but there may be like a restructuring and going back and re-examining the strategy that you're using to actually approach this, so that you can turn this force upside down. That's what I see, Pile 2. Okay, King of Cups reversed. Yeah, it's the balance of the emotions. It's almost like that real anger has caused you to, and that's what that thing is with Mars. You've got two, you know, I see Poseidon in the King of Cups, and Mars is Aries. So the King of War, the God of War, and the God of the Sea, the God of the emotions and the God of War. They're both like, I want this to be like amazing. I want to be a force to be reckoned with. And that's your drive. And look, Justice reversed. Wow. There's a deep amount of pain here. Pile 2, deep amount of pain. Something, it wasn't fair what happened to you. Absolutely not. I don't know. You might have got hoovered by some narcissist. I don't know. It just seems like somebody came in like a whirlwind. They promised you loads of things, and they valued completely the wrong things about you. And then now it just wasn't fair. Wasn't fair at all. Page of Wands reversed with the Two of... Yeah, this is... It's almost like you're holding things together with sellotape. Wow. So we've got the Ten of Swords clarified by the Devil reversed. Interesting, pile 2. You knew it wasn't right. You know it's not right. You actually know it's not right. You really know it's not right. But, you know, sometimes we can get caught up in these things. I know it, I feel it. I really feel it strongly for you, pile 2. Okay. I wanted 3 cards, it gave me 4, so let's have a look if I can get a few more. 1, 3 of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Cups. It didn't work out. Yeah, it didn't work out. Look, Mars reversed as well. So we've got Mars with Capricorn. Capricorn is the devil. So we've got Mars and Capricorn reversed. There's something about your power. It's taken away. It's taken away. What is it with all these reversals, man? The Hierophant reversed. Clarifying the King of Buttons. Yeah. This person, I don't know. There's something that took your energy away. It's interesting. Really interesting. I just want 1 if that's okay, please. Thank you. Fabulous. Right, okay. Thank God for an upright major. I was about to be like, oh God, what do we need? Okay, so, I mean, there's stuff. This is very much a re-establishment of your boundaries, a re-establishment of your power, and that is about you protecting this heart here. You're protecting it. There's a sense of innocence that needs to be adhered to, and you going back to this heart energy. It's interesting because when I looked at... No, sorry, that was wrong. I was looking at Manipura and Mars, which is the power, but here we have the heart, which is Virgo. So... sorry, which is the Hermit, which is Virgo. And we have another number 9 here. So we have 9, 5, 15. That equates to 6. 11. Okay. So this is about you taking some time out. Now, I'm not saying that you're supposed to be single for the rest of your life. I don't think that can happen with anybody unless they really want it. But right now, it's about you reassimilating and reestablishing the relationship with yourself in a really truthful way so that you can build a really strong foundation for you in being able to live the rest of your life. Because, I don't know, I feel like there's some rebuilding going on here. We don't have the Tower reverse, but I just feel like there's a lot of emotional pain, and you want to be making sure that you're working from a space that, or you're building yourself up from a space that is strong and congruent with true values, and not just because somebody hurt you. Do you know what I mean? It is a wonderful thing to do. Trust me. I had people tell me that I couldn't get into certain things. I remember a teacher said to me that I could never get into drama school, and I was like, you want to bet? And then I did it. And then, and I remember I met one of my other teachers that used to teach with him, and I told her, he said to me that I would never get into drama school, and she was absolutely shocked, because she also met me in the theatre. So it was just very interesting. But which I'm saying that this can be great motivation when somebody does you wrong, but it's about you understanding why you want to do the things you want to do. I had consistent, before I met up with her, I had this idea of why is it that I wanted to be an actor? Why did I want to do what I wanted to do? It wasn't just because he told me no. It was because I wanted to do something for myself. Wow, attract through glow, right? So you can't glow if the glow isn't coming from a space that's really true. Do you know what I mean? It has to be from a space where you truly know where you are. And what's really interesting here, right? I think that that's the glow bug when it's dormant in the day. Yes, because we've got the sun here. So that's a picture of it's very unassuming. But when it comes out in the night, that's when it is the most beautiful thing. And I'll put it with this gorgeous picture of this angel, with the first house. This is about you, pile 2. This is about you focusing on you, because you are fabulous. You are amazing, pile 2. And by gosh, if this person didn't see it before, that's their loss, because you are just amazing. You're the queen of wands. Gateway of direction, Chamuel. And Chamuel is about that sense of self-love. It's about that sense of nourishing yourself. You know, love yourself. Love yourself with such deep intensity so that everybody else will just find you irresistible. Don't do it because you want people to be attracted to you. Do it because you want to be attracted to you. That's what I will say. So that's your messages, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more videos. But otherwise, if you fancy a personal reading, get in touch in the details below. Either email me or Etsy. But otherwise, you take care and have a beautiful day. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this really interesting figure which is coming out from underneath or in between the curtain into this other world, almost a bit high priestessy. You do also have 2 cards here, and you do have this heptagram that's here. We have the Vesica Pisces, and then we also have the elemental triangle in the center. So there's definitely like some kind of investigation into stepping into a new reality. You may be thinking about moving somewhere, or you may be thinking about moving country, house, spirituality, belief system. There's some kind of transition here going on, and you're trying to find your bearings in the respect of that, I think. Okay, so I'm reading them upright, but I will take note of them being reversed. Romance is reversed, and then we had love. Interesting, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if you may be moving for love, but with the romance reversed, it may be also that you're trying to find out whether or not you really are in love, or whether or not this is a romance. So you might be it might be that whole thing of where you've met someone that you think is amazing, or you've met someone that really encourages you to grow in a certain way, but you're having to really understand whether or not it's love or lust. You're looking at that kind of thing. That could be that. This does not have to be to do with just relationships. I just saw the thing about like moving house or something, you know, when I was saying like earlier, just moving into a new space. So it's almost about finding out whether or not this thing that you're going for. So it could be, say, for example, you started to get into skateboarding and like you've really started to love skateboarding and you think it's amazing and you're quite enamored with it. But it requires a lot of work and dedication, and also the fact that you could break your bones as well, you know, like that's, and trust me, I'm in that space with roller skating right now. So like I'm padded up to the max, but still, I don't have the kind of daring as I did when I was younger. So it's understanding whether or not you have the dedication to that and the love to that, rather than being enticed by the sense of romance that comes with the idea of it looking cool that you decide to do it. Saying that I know people who are well into their 40s, 50s, almost 60s skateboarding, and they are absolutely amazing at it. So it can happen at any age. Romance, it's sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Romance this power, let it come to me this sacred hour. Romance this power, let it come to me this sacred hour. And then we've got love. Aphrodite, I call to thee, bring a true love here to me. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Another outcome that could be, another thing that could be, another message that's come through is that you could be looking for something that really, really speaks to your heart. That makes you feel like you are alive. That really makes you feel that you are something that's, you just feel, makes you feel truly, that you love truly and utterly. Let's have a look at some astrology for you, pile 3. Okay, so we've got the void, of course, which is moon missing. This is when the moon goes into that space where it's going from one sign to the other. So it goes missing, okay? And then we've got Virgo, I analyze 18. So we've got 7, 5, 1, 18. Okay, I'm going to put that the right way up just to read it, but yeah, so there's some over-analysis going on. There may be a thing of where you're thinking that it's never going to happen to you. You're never going to find anything. You don't feel like you could be passionate about anything. You don't feel like there could be some kind of like drive towards something. But do remember that love is this one kind of thing that's constant within the universe. So that's the one thing that will kind of speak out to us in the respect of us being able to go with where our heart is. You know, I talk quite a bit about this internal guidance system. And that's what will help you in this respect, to decide whether or not it's romance or decide whether or not it's love, you know. Whether it's just the romance, it's just the lusting after a situation. I'm really seeing this. This could be with like the love of your life, not in the respect of person. I'm seeing it more to do with like your vocation, your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not seeing love really, which is really interesting. It could be, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. Okay, Peacock. Yeah, this is about self. This is about self. This is about you understanding the sense of self. And I don't know, there may be something about you thinking that you don't want to be too proud. There may be this thing, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I could do that, blah, 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 whatever. You know, like people always had to start somewhere. Nobody started by everybody was a beginner at one stage. Wow, you got the Witch's Garden, you got it upright. Pile 2 got it reversed. Interesting. Wow, it's coming to you. If you feel like you're missing out, pile 3, it's coming to you full on. I'm gonna reverse this because it's confusing me. But yeah, it's yeah, I definitely feel that this is something very. This is about you understanding what is actually your love, not just a fleeting thing. And I do also get a sense of like almost letting go here of control, because there's a tendency to over-control, over-analyze. It's almost like you're stepping into a beginner's space again. But with this Witch's Garden, I feel like you've got a sense of maturity about you, pile 3, that speaks to me. It says to me that you know what's going on, you know how to handle it. I don't know, I feel like a different deck for you. I don't feel like these decks that I've got here from my tarot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my other deck. Excuse me. So let's have a look. Message for that is meant to find pile 3. Let's see. Message that is meant to find pile 3. Quite a lot by the looks of things. And look, you've got the peacock again. See, this is why I needed to change decks. None of these decks have a peacock in it. I don't know about that one, actually. I have to have a look. But, yeah, 9 of Trees, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful. So, Empress energy, and also the energy, the thing to walk through. I mean, look at these cards here. Like, that to me says that you have got the option to walk through the gate to go to the garden that is yours. Because it seems like you've got everything in this garden. You've got everything that you could want in this garden. And that's because you have cultivated it. Nobody else. It's you. This is all down to your own hard work. You may have been working too hard as well and thinking that it's not going to happen. But it is going to happen. It really is. I love that. 33, the peacock, 3, and then we've also got 3 here. I mean, even though 3 does equate to 6, but still. Sorry, the 33 equates to 6. Dream world. I don't think that you believe that it could be possible for you. Why? The shapeshifter. That's the Page of Wands, or the... Is it the Page of Wands or the Knight of Wands? The Ace of Lotuses reversed. Oof, okay. Karma, which is justice. And then the 7 of Trees, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're just not satisfied with something. Pile 3. You're not satisfied with yourself. I don't know why that is. I might find out in a minute, but let me just have a look at whether or not this is it? Just double check. It is, it's the Knight. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, it's almost like you're just kind of going, steaming ahead into something so that you can maybe in a way distract yourself. But you have everything here. I do get a feeling like you don't, I don't know, like something to do with love, like you don't really believe that love is really, you're really worthy of it. But you are. You are. It just hasn't shown up in the places where you've needed it to show up. And that's why these 2 are reversed. That's why that Void of Course is reversed as well. There's a lack of, and then now I'm seeing the love kind of aspect of it. You've got everything that you need to like walk through this path, and you feel very strong independently. But do you believe whether or not you can manifest this into an actual future for yourself? Something where you feel that you're kind of whole and complete, and you feel that you're satisfied with where you are? The way things are going, no, I don't think so. You have to change some things. You've got the beginnings of it. And to be fair, you've got all the makings of it. It's almost like you've got all the bricks and the mortar to do the house. But what you've done is you've ended up building a house and then you don't like the house. You're like, oh, this looks like I could have bought one. Or I could have done something else that was different. It's almost like I get that sense of not, and you did it quickly. Possibly without thinking. You know, that's the kind of analogy that I'm thinking of, building something and then you're not too satisfied with it. But, I mean, with this 9 of Trees and this 7 of Trees, it's very, very, and also what I'm seeing is this beautiful sun here rising. So there, and also you've got this kind of like market stalls here in this card. So I think that whatever you've done here, like it could be a business. You might have like decided to open up a business. Maybe it was a cupcake business and you decided to do your cupcakes or whatever. And then you found out that, you know, it wasn't, it was kind of taking off, but still not as much as you would have liked. And then you're finding that, you know, the business ended up not becoming as pleasurable as you thought it might be. It actually turned out to not be what you thought it was because of this Ace of Cups reversed, and that it gave you money, and it was kind of what you did, and you learned probably some really good things about it. Like you learned how to like make particular kinds of cakes, the ins and outs of like the actual business, whatever. You did really well at that, but then there's something here that almost killed your love for it. But there's an opportunity for you to build upon that. It's almost like a sense of like some people read the Tower reversed as like things can be rebuilt. I'm seeing that here with the 7 of Trees, that things can be rebuilt from what you have, but you may be thinking of it and looking at it and going, oh, I don't really like it. I don't really fancy it. I don't really think it's all that. Okay, let's have a look at some clarification with this. Okay, so we have the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. Okay, Cardinal Fire. Aries and Mars. There's something about you that you really know yourself. Like you really are confident in your own abilities. But you're sometimes not confident in the opportunities that that come to you. You're confident in yourself. It's just other things. There's a bit of a mistrust going on there. 8 of Wands with the 9 of Trees. So that's Mercury and Sagittarius. So things come thick and fast. Opportunities come to you, and I think that's what it is. It's about the discernment of these particular opportunities. So the 9 of Wands with the Moon and Sagittarius, that makes perfect sense. So this is this defensive, this worriedness, not allowing yourself to like indulge in this garden because you're just scared of this, whether or not it's going to work out. And rightly so, you know. And then you have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, it didn't work out. Well, something didn't work out. So you're kind of, or the reasoning behind you doing this whole thing is because you're coming from a space of pain, which isn't a bad thing. It just means that sometimes if we come, and this was similar to group 2, if you come from a space where it's not completely healed. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be completely healed before you go on and do anything, but you have to re-question the values of why things don't have like a sturdy base, if that's the case. You know, like why things fail, basically. And it's because there might be these little chinks in the armor that come from, you know, this kind of, you can see all the bits of skin and body that are just kind of breaking off because of this kind of cage that he's got here, which is almost like his heart. And what that means is that there's are you acting from the space of pain, or are you acting from a space of the healed part of the pain, you know? Then we've got the 5 of Swords reversed with the Ace of Lotuses. There's a refusal to admit any kind of defeat in this situation. You don't want to maybe give up the business or give up whatever it is. It could also be a relationship. It just seems like something that you know who you are, you know what your boundaries are, but it's almost like you can't, if this is in a relationship context, it's almost like you can't believe that this sort of thing happened to you. It's almost like you can't believe that you were duped. Can't believe it. You know, there's a bit of pride there. And then we have the Queen of Wands upright with Justice. So it's almost like, you've got the Empress there and you've got the Queen of Wands. So that to me says that you really know what's right for you. But it's painful. It's not too bad because we've got the 3 and the 5, and the 5 is reversed. But it's pretty painful. You're still working off of a place of pain. It's still not completely healed yet. If it was healed, it would be reversed. And here we've got Strength reversed. I don't know. The thing that came into mind also is comparison is the thief of all joy. So don't compare yourself to people around you. Stay true to who you are, because that's going to really help you to find strength in what you're doing. So I've got 2 more cards to pull for you. Oh my God, prayer answered. I love that. This is why I got these cards. So we have the buffalo, we have the bee, and then we have these hands in suppliance and prayer. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I think that this is to do with, you know, you may be really thinking that nothing is going to happen. You may be thinking that things are doomed, that things are just, that it's not going to work out. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, pile 3. This message was meant to find you and tell you that. So I'm reiterating it for spirit. Your prayer is answered. And some angelic help for you as well. Oh God, you've got 3. Let's do it. Let's do them all. So we've got Archangel Jophiel, which is illumination, creativity, and authentic. We've got Archangel Ariel, which is elemental magic. And then we have also got the blue spectrum, which is the 3rd eye chakra. So elemental magic, getting out in nature. Nature will help you to bring back to this sense of love. allow you to remain in the moment. There's something here about you being within the moment and staying within the moment in order to regain your strength, because I feel like you're quite, you know, it's this confusion about whether or not it's lust or love, you know. Do I really want this, or am I just wanting it for the sake of it, you know? I really do think it's also to do with either a business or to do with a partner. I'm feeling more so to do with your own vocation and your part and yourself rather than a partner. But take it as you will. But that was a message meant to find you, pile 3. I hope you found that useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I love it about hearing about your experiences. It's really beautiful, and I feel so honoured that you would let me read for you. So otherwise, my darlings, please do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I shall see you in future readings. Take care. Bye.